CommunEating, a place where we can share food together and share knowledge together. It's all about to have a conversation with amazing people like Victor Rios. He is the creator of Film Locos and he's an actor as well and producer. So we're gonna know a little bit more about him and we're gonna share this food together. So let's start it.
So what is that we have in here? We have in a Colombian empanada that we're gonna try. And then in the bakery, they recommended us to have this sweet. I forgot the name of this, oh my God. But it has guava, no?
Yeah, guava.
Guava inside. So then we're gonna open it and then we're gonna share it. And this place is located in Brixton and we saw that it was busy.
Super busy, super busy.
We tried to record as much as we could, but it was a lot of people. So
yeah, we are curious now to taste it.
Let's eat it.
Guys, we just finished the empanada and the amazing guava biscuit. Oh my God, so delicious. Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely, it was really nice. It's something that I normally have, not on a daily basis, but I would say like every once in a while, especially when I just pass Brixton. I think it's always nice to have something Latino, you know.
It actually reminds me sonho. It's a Brazilian pastry. Pastry that we have as well. So good. So now that we are happy and comfortable and you know, so we're gonna start talking to Victor and I want to know a little bit about yourself. Tell me your story.
Okay, so I'm from South America, Bolivia. I lived in South America for about until I was 16, 17 years old. And yeah, it's been great. It's funny enough because reflecting back now, no, it's a country that is very beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think I haven't actually managed to get to know so much because I think at the age of like until you're 15, you really don't appreciate the culture as much as you do when you get older. But then eventually I realized that I have done so much stuff in terms of art. You know, my life has been involved in art, like from the school doing dancing, folkloric dancing, music and all that. But we never actually saw this as a as a profession. This would be more as a cultural event, you know. And it's been fascinating to sort of reflect now. And then I moved to the UK when I was 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that? And why UK?
London. Well, to be honest, I didn't want it to actually come. It was sort of like because I was going to join the army. I really wanted to, you know, study there and then follow another career. I really loved the army sort of environment. But then eventually, my mom was like, "You need to come at least 1 year to see me," because she was already here with my sister. And then and then you can go and do whatever. That happened. I came and she didn't let me go.
Oh, which is good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, you know, at the time I didn't understand because I was young. But then eventually with the situation, I was underage, so it wasn't really my decision. Although she could allow me to go still.
Yes, of course.
But she sort of was a bit strong in the decision of like, yeah, you have to be here with me and, you know. And I think she made the best decision.
Yes, definitely. Because it's good to have like that support system as well.
Yeah.
Because it's quite rare when you move abroad, it's usually you by yourself.
Exactly.
And she wants you to stay.
Yeah. And I think, you know, this is why I'm quite fortunate because I was able to sort of have my family already here and have that support. However, the journey wasn't easy at all because, again, as a young person, not being able to, you know, speak the language and, you know, it's a new culture, it's a new everything. I really pretty much end up, you know, lonely.
Yes, because you miss your friends as well.
Yeah. And I think the language barrier was the biggest challenge because you couldn't really do anything. So I started going to church with my mom. She's a church person. And we started doing plays and stuff, and I realized, wow, this is fascinating, I love this, blah, blah. And I managed to sort of I would say, rediscover that
You're
love.
reconnected.
Yes, reconnected with the stuff that I used to do back in South America that I thought only could be, an event, but this was a bit more profound. I was like,
Yes.
oh, this is something I wish I could actually keep doing. So I embarked on my journey as an actor.
Yay!
Yeah.
And how's been your journey?
Oh
as
my
an
God,
actor?
as an actor. Well, like anyone, I went to college, I did study. I didn't go drama school. I wasn't able to afford it. Unfortunately, also my situation in terms of documentation wasn't the right place, so I couldn't really. And I found myself very frustrated at a very young age. And then eventually I had to sort of grab whatever was capable for me to do.
Of course.
And I just decided to do courses. I did a lot of physical theater. I was part of the paper project, which was a project of young migrants and refugees. And we were able to tour, do performances, and it was fascinating for me to sort of experience a different type of acting.
You're learning the practice,
Yeah.
which I think is even better.
Absolutely, and I think like I was able to experience different type of like performances because initially it was only acting,
Yes.
and I found it very hard because at the time we're talking about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
there was none.
Exactly.
Like I would get potentially an audition every 6 to 8 months.
Yes.
And not even like, but now it has changed. Now there's more, space
Now
for
you get
change.
2 a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No,
So-
only joke. He gets
Yeah, yeah.
more than that.
yeah. But it's been great. It's been
Yeah.
great. I can't complain. I'm actually quite happy.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Film Locos then. Because
Yes.
how did you decide to create this platform where
Yes.
we're speaking and we create the community?
So I think everything is a reflection to the struggles that I have in the past. When I started acting, I decided, okay, if no one is gonna give me the opportunity to become the actor I wanna be or the things I wanna do, I'm gonna make my own stuff. I started creating plays. It worked really well. I started trying to reach more people. It was good. But then eventually, theaters get full at a certain level. Then I realized, okay, I need to jump into another type of form.
Yeah, field.
Yeah. So I can reach more people. So that was film. I went into the National Youth Theatre, National Youth Film Academy. I learned a lot about directors, made connections, and I started my own production. And I realized, okay, I'm gonna start making my own shorts. And this is back 8 to 9 years ago.
Wow.
And it was great. It was going well, but then I realized, money-wise, was also affected. So I did a lot of corporate work.
Yes.
And not long ago, like about 3 years ago, I went back into acting and I realized things change. But that bit that I was able to discover through the journey hasn't gone away. And I am still with that sort of mentality of a creator. And I decided, okay, let me use what I learned to be able to create further opportunities, of course, for myself,
Yes.
but I can carry many more people with me along. And that
Because
was
you look around and you don't see anybody looking like you
Exactly.
when you go to auditions and stuff.
yes, and
But
sometimes
you see them in the classes.
yeah, absolutely. And I think there is a lot of people who also they are doing their own things, and I think it's fascinating. So that with the Film Locos, it started as a challenge. I met Ruben Messiah, who's an amazing writer on YouTube, and we haven't seen each other for a long time. We met in Noble House, and I said to him, dude, I'm bored. He was like, yeah, let's do something. Okay, let's make a challenge. And in 2 weeks, we did a series of monologues. Like he started from scratch on writing them in a week. And in a week, I put a production of 20 people, of actors and filmmakers to make this whole production. And that was the initiation of Film Locos. And
Which is fascinating because we start to listen to these, especially casting directors, they say, make your own thing, make your own thing. And you're doing that 8 years ago.
yeah.
So fair play to you.
Yeah. It's been a journey, and every time I learn more. And I think with the Film Locos, initially was everything about diversity, which was actually a great cause. But then eventually, the more and more I started to do more my own work as an artist, as a filmmaker, as an actor, I realized we don't have a platform for Latin American
Yeah.
filmmakers and actors where we can showcase our cinematic, you know, media world.
Yes.
You know, I think now there is amazing projects that are happening with Adult Collective, Lipa, and other people who are actually making amazing work. But I haven't seen anything in terms of filmmaking in that as spectrum. And I think because my background has led into it, I think naturally started to come into to do this. It's not like it's never been made before.
Yes, of course.
But I think is in this case, what I'm trying to do is a collaborative process, right? And also we're trying to move from the victimization of the stories.
Yes, definitely.
You know? I think we had enough of the stories. They're important.
Yeah, I think it's important we talk about that as well for a bit. But because when we go to auditions, what the type of roles we used to get?
That reflects that, because otherwise we end up with the same, you know, the cleaner, the person who is illegal, the person who is just a tourist and then end up here, blah, blah, blah. So I think for me now is how we move forward, like how we live today and how we can reflect that on cinema.
And it's about like
normalize things.
Yeah, the way it's more about what the way we see the world, not the way the world sees us.
Exactly.
So I think you're doing great.
Yeah, I think it's turning around the table, right?
Yes,
and owning a table.
Yeah, you're owning the table.
Exactly.
This table is ours.
No, absolutely. And I think that's what it's all about. And I think there's many other filmmakers and people who are doing pretty much, you know, amazing work. And I think Film Locos is a place for everyone. So yeah.
So keep it up. How to say? Keep it here, guys, so you can see everything that Victor is doing and all these great people that we're talking about are doing as well. And you're gonna see soon more short films. You can watch already the ones that is on the channel, but we are creating a lot more and we can't wait to share with you. And let's talk a little bit about your personal life in UK. You said like you didn't speak language and you were a bit lonely. Are you lonely now?
No. No, not at all. I think it's been wonderful how London is, because it's a very multicultural place, that even I actually ended up marrying a lovely Brazilian.
I'm not gonna say that I'm surprised because I already know that, but you guys didn't know.
But you see, it's amazing because I was able to also connect, I say, with the Brazilian community, because now I can speak the language, but not just that, I was able to get myself in, like proper in.
Be part of our
absolutely.
traditions and
exactly.
culture.
And I think all of this has brought into anything that I do, because I think there is a lot of things in common that we have. Of course we have different sort of cultural differences, but somehow we have something in common. And when we all come together on the table, it feels warm. ¿Sabes? Like, it feels so good. So I think in terms of my personal life, kind of reflects pretty much everything into what I do with my work. You know?
What do you mean by that?
Like, for example, things that I am actually seeing, I want to get those things seen on the screen.
Oh yes. Cool.
You know, like for example, last time, long ago, we went into a table, we were having a conversation in a Brazilian restaurant, Rodízio. It's like basically like a barbecue where you eat a lot of meat, and it's Brazilian, it's amazing. And then we had in the table, you know, occupational therapists, because Tamara, my wife, is an occupational therapist, but there was a person who was from Africa, a person who was from South Africa, and she was I think mixed Indian South Africa. There was an English police officer in the table who was married to another one, and there was another girl, and she has some disability, and we were all laughing and having conversations that were just super fun.
Yeah, the interracial couples.
Exactly, and I love that. And I was just watching, and I was thinking, this could easily be a short film, because
definitely.
And that's the sort of thing we don't reflect on cinema.
Only a few people are doing films about that.
Exactly. So there is a lot of a space for us to do all types of work, but I think it has to have some sort of reflection of our reality to normalize our stories.
Yes, definitely. You know, I think I see the same way. And well, we're gonna wrap up soon, but I want to ask you one more question. If you were just a little baby, or if someone that is 17 right now and you could give an advice to that person, what would you say, especially if they want to be on this career? what would you say to them?
I would say listen to your instincts and don't be afraid to make mistakes. I think we all do, and you will make mistakes. And the more mistakes you make, the better, because it will make you a better person, a better professional. And I think the most important thing for me would be to surround yourself with people who are as creative as you, and sometimes even more, because you can learn so much from them. And always, but always keep humble. Be humble. You know, it's always good to remember that. It's always good to remember that. So, and I always try to do the same. And I think that's the best advice I could give.
I wouldn't change a line of that. So thank you very much, Victor. Like, it's a pleasure to be here talking to you. And I'm pretty sure everybody enjoyed this interview. And this was CommunEating, and we see you soon in the next video.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up, leave a comment, any person we would like us to interview, or any suggestion, a nice place that you know in London that we can visit and invite people in as well, will be great. Thank you very much. Bye.
Oh, and we forgot the picanchino.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally you put like some sort of.
Oh yeah.
Victor, ¿cómo?
I'm gonna eat a
You
little.
have this, but. Hmm?
I'm gonna eat a little piece and pretend I ate it all.
Yeah,
So
that's
then
right.
we can go prepare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then this one you can
Because-
like we can.
Yeah, we open. Because that one.
You see, in the other event that I did, we did something similar. We got this. We bought beers, and I.
Ya. Se apagó.
Mucho lot.
Ya, falta la batería.
Oh no. Y esta creo que no tengo.
Ya. Also the no, wait.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's because I left it on the other bag that we went to record yesterday, and I came very late.
Well, you put this on the fridge.
Okay, Rex.
Put down my bag, please.
Can you just
One.
do cup? Cup.
Ah, clap.
Okay, good. Second. Okay, can you
Giovanna?
Yeah.
Okay.
split?
Ah, gente.
Wow. Guava.
Okay, good.
I think it's gonna be fine.
¿Va a comer o?
No, put it there.
Can you eat some piece?
Maybe a little piece.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Vamos.
Vamos, chicos.
Ah,
Woo-hoo.
my God. Sound is all good. Recording everything.
Yes.
Rolling.
Okay.
Wait, can you start? You can start.
Well, I have to start.